Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike Garrison here to bring you all the action for the 2024 8-Scale Electric RallyX VRC-Pro World Championship from the Netherlands. Here's our A-main lineup, and look at this. Double row, side by side. Looking for the tone of sound. We're off and underway. Gary Crowell jumping out to that early lead here in this one. A lot of racing left to go. A 15-minute race here for these drivers. Whoa, wild start there. Fouilland going wild there through the inside there. Ends up, into the pipe. Comes back out of it there. Rough start here in this one for him. And it looks like now Wiktor Smid. Smid coming on strong here in the 2024 VRC World Championships. Taking over the number 1 spot now. Gary Crowell in the number 2 spot. And Robert, big trouble there for Wiktor Smid. Lap number 1. Smid catches the rear end there on that inside pipe. Spins him back around here. Smid dropping back in the field now. Gary Crowell going to be out front leading the way here. It looks like Smid dropping back to 3rd. Maybe back up in the number 2 spot. Fouilland up in the number 3 spot here in this one. Fred working his way back up after that little mistake off the start there. Checking the number 4 spot. Barnabas Toth in the number 5 spot. Hillman in the 6th. Vova, Lindgren, and Navati. A 15-minute race here for these drivers. An awesome track layout here in the Netherlands. And into the chase cam we go here. Fouilland trying to work his way back up the inside, making the pass on Wiktor Smid. Through the chicane they go. And whoa, Fred trying to come up the inside there on Gary Crowell. Crowell closes the door on him. Top 3 drivers all right there together. Smid looking to the inside line on Crowell as well. Not able to make it happen. Fouilland's got the inside through that rough sweeper section. Over the back tabletop they go. And Fred diving back to the inside. Some slow-mo action here. Fred up into the fence now. Fred using that inside curbing there just a bit. There's a berm. Comes back out of it. In the number 1 spot, Gary Crowell going to be right there with him. Back and forth these two drivers go. Onto the right-hand side, through the bumps. Onto the backstretch. Up and over the big tabletop section. It's Gary Crowell going to be out front here. Fouilland going to be in the number 2 spot. Smid into the number 3 spot. Top 3 drivers. 2.1 seconds ahead of Arturo Savoba in the 4 spot. A 22.5 for Fred. His fast lap on lap number 3. 22.7 that last time by the line. Through the sweeper on the right side they go. Into the chase cam. Wiktor Smid in the number 3 spot. He is just waiting for these top 2 drivers to make a mistake here, to make his move. That could have been it right there. He tried to make it happen, wasn't able to make it stick. Back through the chicane they go. Fred getting wild here. Take a look here, the slow-mo action. Watch Fred here. Fred gets up on the inside curb. Just about loses the rear end. He saves it though. Comes back onto the racetrack. Hands the lead over to Gary Crowell, though. Wiktor Smid diving to the inside here. Crowell going to be out front leading the way here. Back through that center section they go. It's Crowell leading out here in this one. Wiktor Smid up into 2nd. Fred dropping the number 3 spot here. Tobias Lindgren up in the number 4 spot. Trouble for Wiktor Smid. Smid coming around, catches that inside pipe again into the sweeper section. Sends him all the way into the outside wall. Doesn't need a corner marshal. But that's going to drop him back, I believe, at least to the 3rd spot, if not the 4th spot here in this one. So Gary Crowell leading us out here. Wiktor Smid in the 2 spot, 2 seconds back from him here. Fred in the 3 spot, Barnabas Toth in the 4, Lindgren in the 5, Checky in the 6, Vauba in the 7, Navati and Hillman. Wiktor Smid 2 seconds back from Gary Crowell, your race leader last time by the line. We'll see what they are this time by the line. Here comes Gary Crowell coming back around here. Gary with a 22.6 on lap number 8. That's his fastest lap of the race, as you can see through that rough sweeper section on the right-hand side. Down the backstretch on this RallyX course. A unique blend of the on-road and off-road worlds here for the RallyX class. Smid working his way back through the center straight as well, coming back around here. Crowell out front, 0.9 of a second now. So Wiktor Smid, a 22.466, has really closed the gap up on Gary Crowell now. As they work their way back around here, Fouilland in the number 3 spot, 1.8 seconds back from Wiktor Smid here in the number 2 spot. 10 laps into this one, a 15-minute race here for these drivers. At this pace right here, we're looking at close to a 40-lap race. Here's some slow-mo action as Wiktor Smid working his way into the sweeper on the right-hand side. Coming back onto the backside of the track now, a 22.4 followed up by a 22.7 and a 22.7. Trouble for Smid there. As we're looking at his lap times, watch here as he's closed up on Crowell. He tries to dive to that inside, catches the inside cones there. Smid gets caught up and has to have a corner marshal. Fouilland goes on by. Oh, Smid does not have to have a corner marshal. He's able to somehow work his way off of that cone there. However, that's going to drop him back in the field. Here is Artur Svoboda. 5 minutes into this one. 10 minutes left to go. Svoboda in the number 7 spot. 0.4 of a second back from Barnabas Toth in the 6th spot. Good battle here for these two drivers. Svoboda qualified in the 5th place spot after qualifying. Finds himself in 7th right now. Back around he goes. Onto that right-hand side here is Wiktor Smid. Smid now all over the back door. Fred here. Fred trying to hold him off. Oh, Wiktor hitting the inside pipe there through the chicane. Trying to take the tight line there, make a straight shot out of it. Oh, rough hit there for Smid. He spins back around. He gets back going once again. He's now going to be 2.5 seconds back from Fred. Fred is going to be 2.5 seconds back from Gary. And 4.5 seconds back from the top 3 here is Benedict Cecchi. Tobias Lindgren in that number 5 spot here in this one. Barnabas Toth in 6th. Svoboda in 7th. Hillman in 8th. Novati in the number 9 spot. 6 minutes into this one. 9 minutes to go here. Smid up and over the back tabletop he goes. Trying to close back in on Fred once again. Here is your race leader, Gary Crowell. Gary's fast lap a 22.6. Last time by was a 22.9. Before that a 22.7, 22.9, 22.9. Consistency right now for Gary Crowell. Crowell no stranger to the VRC World Championships over the years. Could this be his time to shine here in 8-scale RallyX? Wiktor Smid in the 3 spot. Wiktor, he is arguably one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. His fast lap a 22.4. The consistency for him, though, just hasn't been there just yet. A lot of racing still left to go here. Fred in that 2 spot. Can Fred hold off hard-charging Wiktor? Over the back tabletop section they go. Last time by the line. 2.3 seconds is all that separates them. Back through the chicane once again. Coming back around here. We'll see what they got. 7 minutes into this race now. Coming up on the halfway mark. Back through the chicane. That time by 1.6 seconds is all that separates them. We jump back here to the battle between Tobias Lindgren chasing down Barnabas Toth now. That's the battle for 5th and 6th side by side. Lindgren to the inside. Lindgren in the blue and yellow pink wheels. Barnabas Toth there. Take a look here, some slow-mo. Toth through that rough sweeper on the left-hand side. Gets a bit sideways. Sends it into a rear-wheel drift there. Able to save it. Brings it back around. Barnabas Toth now trying to chase back down Lindgren. Good battle here between these drivers. Toth takes it back from Lindgren. Lindgren, slingshot out of the right-hand side, just past the halfway mark here in this one. Back onto the inside they go. Lindgren has worked his way up into the 5th place spot. Barnabas Toth dropping back to 6th here. Benedict Cecchi just ahead of them, 3.6 seconds up from them. Svoboda not far back from him, 1.4 seconds back in 7th, followed by Robert Hillman and Andrea Novati. As you can see, Toth trying to make up that time now on Lindgren. Back through the switchbacks. Toth with the tight inside line. Makes a straight shot there out of the chicane. Coming back around cross line. A 22.9. Toth dives to the inside. Lindgren takes it back from him. This is Lindgren getting a bit loose there through the sweeper section. Barnabas Toth takes advantage of that. Dives back and takes it away from him. Lindgren dropping back now. Into the number 6 spot. Barnabas Toth up into the number 5 spot here. Chasing down Cecchi. Coming back. Wow, what a move for Barnabas Toth. Take a look at this. Barnabas sets this car up. Ryan Lutz style right there. Drifting all the way around the inside of that. Wow. That right there was incredible control of that race car. Barnabas Toth putting the moves down here in this one. 9 minutes into this race. He's up into the number 5 spot now. As he's going to be chasing down Benedict Cecchi just ahead of him in the 4 spot. 4.6 seconds up from him. Tobias Lindgren now dropping back into the 6 spot. Tobias, 23.3 last time by. His fast lap of the race, a 22.9 on lap number 17. Through the chicanes he goes. Back through that center section. Lindgren 0.3 of a second back from Toth. Svoboda only 2 seconds back here from Lindgren, followed by Hillman and Novati. Back out front, Gary Crowell leading the way here. Fred Fouilland in the number 2 spot. No, I take that back. It looks like now maybe we have a change-up. And look at this battle here. Svoboda putting the pressure on. Barnabas Toth here, 9:45 into this one. Toth coming back around here in this one. In the number 6 spot. Svoboda not far back from him right now. So Artur Svoboda has closed the gap up. 10 minutes into this race now. Fred Fouilland in the number 2 spot. His fast lap, a 22.4 on lap number 19. He is going to be 0.8 of a second back from Wiktor Smid. Smid has worked his way back up into second here in this one. Smid, once again, arguably one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. He's just had some tough luck and a few mistakes here and there. Gary Crowell, though, out front, Mr. Consistency here in this one. Crowell's fast lap, a 22.7. Oh! Just as I say that, Crowell getting a little bit loose there, losing a bit of time. Crowell with a 22.6. His fast lap, that time by, it's going to be a bit slower. We'll see what he's got this time as he crosses the line here. 23.6. Almost 1 second slower than his fastest lap time. Wiktor Smid now going to be 1.5 seconds back from your race leader, and he's got Fred right there behind him. Down the back stretch they go. 11 minutes into this one, 4 minutes to go here. Back around, Fred dives to the inside, Smid closes the door. Back through the chicane they go, coming back through the sweeper section on the infield. Up and over the roller, Smid dives back around here. Through the sweepers, into the rough section. Fouilland going to be in the number 3 spot here in this one. Benedict Cecchi in the 4 spot. Tobias Lindgren in the 5 spot. Top 3 drivers all right there together. Take a look here. Fouilland coming up the inside. Smid. Oh, Fouilland, what a line right there. Smid back and forth. Fouilland 45s it through there. Just about right into the side of Smid. Down the backstretch they go here. Into the chase cam now. Top 3 drivers right there together. Smid chasing down Gary Crowell. He is going to be 1.1 seconds back. You can see Crowell just ahead of him, the orange car. They got Lindgren in between them. Lindgren going to be a lap down. He's got Fred Fouilland just there behind him. Down the backstretch once again here. 12 minutes into this one. 3 minutes to go. Time is winding down. Wiktor Smid up and over the roller he goes. He's caught up to Gary Crowell now. Down through the chicane section. Lap traffic in between them here. We'll see if Smid can work his way by. Up and over the roller. Smid dives to the inside here. There you see Fred sneaking into the picture right there behind him. Fred through the big rough sweeper section takes that tight inside line. He's got Smid and Crowell in his side. Oh, Fred getting a bit wide there. Fred losing the rear end just a bit. He saves it though. Take a look here at the slow motion replay, and as you can see, he's got the wheels cranked. He's drifting that bad boy. Brings it back around. Good save there for Fred. Fouilland has been in contention of the race win here this entire race, along with Gary Crowell and Wiktor Smid. As they come back around, you can see the dust starting to kick up here in this one. Crowell and Smid to the inside. Wheel to wheel they go. It's going to be a race right down to the wire. 13 minutes down, 2 to go. Gary Crowell going to be leading the way here. Wiktor Smid, they're coming up on traffic. Smid to the inside. Smid gets a bit loose. Gary Crowell taking over the number 1 spot once again. Back over the back tabletop they go. Back onto the left side through the sweeper section. Take a look here. Crowell, look at the suspension working here on the RallyX machine. As he works his way back around here. Crowell doing everything that he can to hold off a hard-charging Wiktor Smid. Fouilland going to be in that 3 spot. He's now going to drop back 2.7 seconds from the battle for the lead. Battle for the lead is 1/10 of a second apart. Gary Crowell in the orange and gray. He's got the... Oh! Smid dives to the inside. Smid makes a bit of a bobble there. That may have sealed the deal here. 1:15 to go. Smid, he's going to drop back here as they cross the line 9/10 of a second. Gary Crowell going to be out front, leading this one. Crowell has led majority of this race. 1 minute to go now. Wiktor Smid, 9/10 of a second back from Gary Crowell. It is go time here for Smid. Smid trying to close the gap up on him. Is it going to be enough time? Here he comes through the infield. Wiktor is on a move here in this one. That time by the line, only 5/10 of a second separate him. 45 seconds left on the clock. Wiktor is all over the racetrack right now. He has throttle on. Here he comes back around Gary Crowell. Crowell back through the inside section. Wiktor Smid dives to the inside. Smid has definitely got the fast line here. They got Barnabas Toth between them. They're going to be a lap apart here. Barnabas Toth not on the lead lap. First and second now. 14:40 into this one. 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to go by it. I think they're going to get one more after this one. Here they come back around here. Gary Crowell leading the way. Wiktor Smid in that 2 spot. And Smid looking for the inside line. 9 seconds left. It's going to be close. Here they come back around. 5 seconds to go. Final lap. Here we go. Back onto the front side of the racetrack now. Gary Crowell has just got to hold on to it for one more lap. Wiktor Smid is charging hard, though. Over the back tabletop they go. Here they come back on the left side. Whoa! Wiktor Smid to the inside. Crowell getting a little bit loose there. Crowell losing the rear end just a bit. Smid dives to the inside. Takes over the number 1 spot. Back around to the line. Side by side. It's going to be a race to the line. Gary Crowell going to take this one. Wow, what a race right there as both drivers launching it across the finish line. Gary Crowell by 1/10 of a second is your RallyX World Champion.